Hello, this is Carlos from the Church of Christ channel. Please subscribe. Now, this will be a Bible review. This is not a study Bible, but this Bible, if you want to have an English version that's very close to the Greek, this is a good Bible to get. Okay, this is a New American Standard Bible, and it's from Holman. Okay, and I like the little olive branches here. Okay, so like I said, this is a 2020 NASB. Okay, and it has large print. Okay, now if, like I said, if you want something that's close to the Greek and the early manuscripts, this is a good Bible to get. Okay, I'm gonna show you, and I love how it reads. Okay, so this is, for example, excuse me, y'all. Had to sneeze. Sorry about that. It just came on. Okay, so let's go like to the end of Mark, because we talk about how some of this wasn't in like the new, I mean the earlier transcripts, right? So um so like for instance here, okay, you see where these brackets are, okay? A lot of people don't know that Mark 16 and 9 through 20, these were later manuscripts that put this in, okay? So it gives you what's in the original, Greek, and then, of course, it has the brackets here. Okay, same thing for, let's say, a Matthew. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18, 15. Okay, so now if your brother sins, but then when you look at this one, it tells you here that later manuscripts add against you, and for various reasons. Okay, now this does have reference scriptures at the bottom. Okay, and it's not very extensive like a normal study Bible, but it is good to have. Okay, but yeah, so this is very close to the Greek, to the original language. And they talk about it kind of at the beginning. Let me see here if I can find it. Yeah, see here, these publications shall be true to the original Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. Okay. And like I said, this is kind of what you want. You want something with big print, something with reference scriptures, and they're close to the Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. Now, the only thing, of course, I don't like about this Bible, is, of course, I like more Hebraic names, Yeshua, Adonai, that kind of thing. But, for the sake of English, they have those names there, okay? And then, of course, all the words of Yeshua are in red, okay? And of course, this is an Old and New Testament. But like I said, I use it like Hebrew names. So like for Deuteronomy, it's what Davarim, But like I said, this is a very good band. Then I'm gonna turn to the back here. Let's show what I like about this in the back. You see, I like these here, okay? This is kind of a little concordance, but you see how it really defines a lot of things here, or it lists them out. you know, like the Pharisees, for instance. You know, this is like a very good like Bible to get. You know, now if you want something more in depth, they have more word study type Bibles where they underline certain words, and then of course they have a whole concordance in the back with the Hebrew and the Greek. But if you want something just really simple, this is a good one to have as far as like anything that's true to the Greek and also true to the earlier manuscripts. Okay, that's kind of why I had to get multiple Bibles. I wanted a little bit of everything to really broaden my study. You know, so this scripture here is more of your earlier manuscripts, and the New American Standard Bible is, you know, a pretty decent translation. You know, this one, I believe with the New Testament. So with the Hebrew, let me see. They say it in here. Let me look real quick. Explanation in general format. With the Hebrew, I believe they used what they call it, the Biblica Studgara or something like that. Yeah, see, they even have like, you know, the names in here. Those are probably, yeah. So for the Hebrew text, they have the Biblia Hebraica Studgartensa. Okay. And then the Greek, I believe they use the Nestle-Aland, the 28th edition. This is a good thing to, you know, really learn about the Greek in you know, the earlier manuscripts. And then of course they did that for the Gospels. For Acts and the general epistles, they used the Edito Critica Major, the ECM. But yeah, I like the way this Bible reads. Like I said, it's NASB from Holman. It's a good Bible to get, and I recommend it. If you want something that's, you know, good to the Hebrew, the Aramaic, and Greek, and it's a good translation, you need a simple translation, this is what you want to get. All right, well, this is Carlos from the Church of Christ channel signing.